Hi guys and welcome to the circus. So here we have another card fight for you guys. So this is gonna be the first proxy fight that we'll do featuring the bunnies, the beast tamers, the bunny beast tamers versus Vowing sword dragon. So this is gonna be a proxy play versus Sir Lenon and against yours truly. So this is gonna be a very interesting match. We're gonna be starting off with a deck that is actually basically kind of a counter to this deck because it's it's like Vowing Sword Dragon is now like a deck destruction kind of deck because it binds any same copy of a bound unit from your deck. If you don't, they will get more power on the board. So yeah, so let's see what happens here. So we are gonna be going second here. Sir Lino is gonna ride on to what's the name of that? Demolition Dragon. Yeah, and then pass the turn because it doesn't really do anything on place. We're gonna be riding onto our Amusing Bunny, fetching to our hand a copy of Amaranth Beast Tamer from the top 7 search of our Amusing Bunny and getting a quick shield on top of that because of the starter. So we're gonna be putting a card from our hand to the soul if we fetched a card. So we're thinking of just fetching, anything to put in the soul. Anything we put in the soul is really useful. So let's see what we decided here. So actually, I don't really remember this much. Okay, we're gonna be committing a PG. A quick shield. Okay, so we kept the quick shield. I don't know why. So okay. Okay, so we're gonna be dropping down the grade 0 draw triggered for our Brassy Bunny to draw a card. Replace that with a fairly useful card. We're gonna be calling down our Masquerade Bunny to search our Tirives or Tilaips. I still don't know what the name of that card will be, but it's either Tirives, Tirives, or Tilaips. So I don't know what should I call him, but so far I like Tirives or Tilaips. Both are quite fine, but yeah, let's just see what happens here. Never mind that. So we're gonna be doing grade 1 rush because grade 1 rush is very good. So committing a lot of cards on the board. So we're gonna be committing our Midnight Bunny to soul charge yet again another bunny. Then we're gonna be swinging for 16k, get a draw on top of that, and take 1 damage. And then a descendant is going down to the damage zone. And let's see what happens here. So we're actually committing a lot of cards this early, which is somewhat alarming because those cards can be bound. Definitely. So we're gonna be either committing to minus our bunnies on the board, or he will get more power once he rides onto Vowing Sword. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So he's gonna be using that skill of that grade 2 to discard a card and bind something. He's gonna be binding my front row Brassy Bunny. So yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens here. He's gonna be swinging, he gets a heal, goes off, gets a draw on that trigger, and then pass the turn. So we're gonna be doing our grade 2 turn, and I believe we have a Chlorina because we did search Amaranth Beast Tamer. Also, so if we search Amaranth Beast Tamer, we are gonna be sure that we will have Chlorina in hand. So we have more than enough bunnies to perform the twin drive for our Chlorina, but we're gonna be doing a very solid grade 2 turn this game. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So what more will we commit to the board? So we so we remove that. Okay, we call down a Chlorina. We're gonna be swinging for 17. So soul charging a Golden Beast Tamer, which really won't matter anymore because any grade 3 soul charge will be quite useless in this deck. So yeah, so he's gonna be shielding for himself for 15k. We're gonna be using our Chlorina skill to put a card from our hand to the soul, scoop in a unit, and then call out put a Jill to the soul and call out the Jill using the skill of Jill to reset the Midnight Bunny into an Amusing Bunny. So twin drive, first check a Tirives, second check a Chlorina, first check onto the opponent, says nothing, no defensive. We're gonna be swinging for 17k to the Vanguard. He's gonna be taking that once again, and then after the battle, the Amusing Bunny boosted, we're gonna be moving back the Jill to the soul. Wait, I didn't put back the Jill? Wait, vanilla. Yo. Okay, there we go. That's the correct play. Alright, so we have 1 CB now. We are not going to be afraid of being damage denied, basically, because we can work with 1 CB. Grade 2 turn is really good. So, let's see. The only throwback here is that he can have more cards to bind. So, yeah. That's the only throwback of this. So this is why I also said that this is kind of an awful matchup. So yeah, he's gonna be calling down a grade 3 searcher, searching himself a copy of Descendant. So surprisingly, Descendant is a very good addition to Vowing Sword because it's a pseudo, oh no, it's not a break ride, it's just unplace and copy the skill of Vowing Sword and then call Vowing Sword, just another plus. So it's really good. So yeah, let's see what happens here. It's gonna be using what? Nothing yet. So we're gonna be looking at the board state. It's 2-1 at the moment. I did a quite okay grade 2 turn. It was quite solid, I would say, because we've performed full board attacks basically with boosts and return the resources back to the soul, which is really nice to have. So he's gonna be using that skill of the grade, oh no, it's, what did he use to bind it with? So I forgot. Okay, so he bound a unit on my side, so I will choose to not call. Oh, he used that grade 2, right? So to bind the front row, to discard a card. Yeah, right? Yeah, okay, so he discarded the whatchamacallit, the Demolition Dragon to bind up front row. So I chose to not bind any more Chlorinas from my deck because I need the Chlorinas. And then right here, he's gonna be putting a 10k to 1 unit. So yeah, so let's see what happens here. So yeah, this grade 2 gets plus 1k for each bound card. So it's sitting at 16. I believe this is a 16k to Vanguard, so this is gonna be like a 5k shield. And he moved my Masquerade Bunny to the front row as well, so that's quite dangerous, I would say, because that is a very valuable booster. That's our strongest booster in our deck, which is a 13k booster, and we're gonna be taking that one. No defensive there. Okay, so after the battle, so we're gonna be binding that front row. Yeah, okay, so since I bound a great he bound another unit of mine, I'm gonna be forced into a situation where I would not bind and give him plus 10k, or bind and not give him only give him plus 5k. So I'm gonna be giving the 10k, and it's gonna give that to that grade 1 to make it a 23. It's gonna be swinging for 12. So yeah, let's see what our decision will be here. Taking that again, no defensives yet. Goes down a Brassy Bunny, and then we're gonna be committing a Heal Guardian to -2 crit. So it's gonna be no pass unless he checks 2 crits. So yeah, let's see. So okay, so we're thinking here if we're gonna be using the -2 crit or give the plus 10k. So this is gonna be plus 10k. And then first check, second check, a crit, everything there. So we're gonna be facing ourselves with 2 crit attack, and we're gonna be forced to put out a PG just to not go to 5 very early. So yeah, that was quite a turn. So yeah, we're gonna be going to our Terevis' turn, or Tila Eeps. I have still no idea how to pronounce that name or how to call him. So yeah, never mind that. I was gonna call him Tila Eeps. That sounds a bit good. Okay, so looking at our board state, we currently have 3 bunnies overall because he bound 2, which is the throwback of the grade 2 turn that I just did. And then we're gonna be using that skill of our Terevis to CB1, put 2 cards from our hand into the soul, call out 2 cards, and choose a front row, oh no, not front row, a beast tamer on the board besides from our Terevis. And make it a front row additional Vanguard circle for the turn. So it's really powerful. So we're going to be calling out the Masquerade Bunny, making it a 13k because we did call a card from Soul, and then we're going to be placing that in front of Amusing Bunny. Okay, so we're thinking of our column placements because this deck is quite tricky to perform if you're not used to it yet. So yeah, let's see what happens here. We currently have 3, and then we're gonna be making our Chlorina a Vanguard. So that's gonna be a twin drive, 4 drives overall, but it's basically just a bit of plus. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So we're gonna be swinging for 13k plus 3k, so this is gonna be 21. That's kind of a bad number. If I had just one more bunny, it would have been at 22, asking for 15k shield. So yeah, that was kind of an oopsie. That was a misplay on my part in the early game. So yeah, we can't do anything about that. That's Vanguard. So yeah, this is just gonna be a okay. He's taking it. No defensive there. We're gonna be swinging for 12 plus 8. It's 23. So that's a good number. Okay, so we're swinging with 3. First, this is gonna be 15k to Van. This is gonna be 28 to the pass. First check, draw trigger, giving everything to our Clarina, I believe, and then draw a card. Second check, a heal that goes off. Actually, that's quite big. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna be giving everything to our Clarina just to put more Vanguard pressure. And then right here, since it didn't hit, we're just gonna be swinging for 12-23 to our opponent's side. So it's gonna be 23 because it's 12 plus 8 plus 3 is 23. Okay, that's a pretty nice number. That's actually a really good number, not gonna lie. So after Clarina's attack, oh no, during her attack, I will be able to perform one more attack. So he's gonna be guarding that for 20k. That's enough. So after I'm using Buddy's skill, I'll be moving the Amaranth Beast Tamer to Soul, using Clarina to put a card from my hand into the Soul, and then calling out one more card from Soul. Okay, we're choosing to put a card. What card will we put? We're gonna be putting I'm using Bunny to make it a 4k to the front row overall. Calling out a card from Soul. What will we call? We're gonna be calling out a Jumping Gel and resetting it using her skill and calling out Amusing Buddy instead of Masquerade Bunny, because we can still put back Jill to the Soul that way, so that we won't be losing values from our board on our board. And just a Jill in the Soul is really good. So we're gonna be giving crit to the Vanguard Clarina and give power to my Amusing Bunny column, giving 2 damage to the opponent. Goes to 5 this time, I believe. No, this is actually 4. So yeah, he's gonna be guarding that for 20k. That's gonna be enough, and pass the turn over to our opponent. Moving the Jumping Gel. No, actually, I moved the Amusing. Oh, that's actually quite okay of a move, because I did drive check a Jill earlier, and moving back the bunnies secures them from being bound, which is really good. I learned from my mistake the hard way, so that's it. So he's gonna be checking my drop zone for potential bind targets. He's gonna be riding onto Vowing Sword again, and then getting an Excel 2, and then he's gonna be not calling out the Vowing Sword from the Soul. Why didn't he? Okay, he's gonna be binding down 2 cards. Okay, so now I have to choose between giving my opponent plus 10k or giving only plus 5k but binding 2 copies. So let's see what happens if I do that. I think I will, because I'm at 2 damage, or I think binding an Amaranth Beast Tamer doesn't really hurt much. So yeah, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so I forgot that what do you call it? Oh, it's wait, what? He rode on to what do you call it? The I forgot the name of that grade 3. The Demolition Dragon, Vowing Sword Dragon is gonna be Descendant. Flicking hell, I almost forgot that very iconic name. So riding Descendant, copying the skill for the rest of the turn, so meaning every single bound card will be giving plus 5k or plus 10k depending on my choice. So I'm gonna be bounding 2 cards, so he's gonna be giving plus 5k to 2 units. Those number 1 dice there is gonna be indicating per 5k, so it's gonna be currently plus 5k to 2 units. He's gonna be using that skill of that grade 2 to bind another unit in the front row, and if I choose to bind another Clarina, so if I bind another Clarina, it's gonna be thinning out my deck, but losing units, and just checking my soul if I can bind something else. Okay, I'm willing to bind it because I don't want to give him plus 10k just to hopefully survive, because I don't have damage hand cards, and I do have only 2 damage at the moment. But just to be sure, I really need to not really be reckless at this point. So he's gonna be binding once again and checking if I need to guard to bind another unit. If I do, I mean, is it really gonna be worth it to bind another jumping gel? I need the jumping gels more than anything here because it's the combo piece that I need. So yeah, let us see what will happen in this situation. I'm really just okay. I bound a copy of jumping gel and give another plus 5k to the entire, I mean not the entire front row, just basically plus 5k to those units that has the dice. So yeah, that is okay. So I think it's still a bit of a misplay. Plus every time, no, for each bound card, that grade 2 gets plus 1k. So I have 11, so that unit gets plus 11k. Oh my god. And if he sadly, I don't know, it's like it's a kind of a plus to me that he doesn't have Cho-Oh at the moment on his board. So yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. So he's gonna be giving 16k to that grade 2, plus 5k to that, plus 5k to that. So it's gonna be plus 10k to that grade 1 because it's a 10k booster, I mean 13k booster plus a 5k from Descendant. And right here we're gonna be swinging for what? We are gonna be looking at how many units on the board. We're gonna be facing against 5 attacks, potentially 6 attacks if I faced, if I guarded the Descendant. So yeah, let's see what happens here. So I'm gonna be asking for numbers. These units will just be swinging for 70, 9, 8, 17, 27, 17, 27, 22, and this one is big. The grade 2 on the Axle Circle is big. So I'm gonna be taking the damage, draw a card. Thankfully, that was a defensive, so one other column will be shut down. I'm gonna be taking the Descendant, first check, second check, a heal. That is actually quite big. Oh my god, okay. That's quite big of a heal, not gonna lie. So he's gonna be giving the power to that Vowing Sword on the rear that is just called from Soul using that Vowing Sword skill when he is ridden upon. So yeah. Okay, so let's see what happens here. So we are now gonna be using that skill of our Descendant to again swing the Vanguard. So okay, so let's see. Oh no, wait, it's actually, oh yeah, it's when it hits. So yeah, we are gonna be just 12k, so it doesn't hit. So it's gonna be swinging now for another attack. This is gonna be 1727 against my 22k. So this is gonna be a 10k guard plus another big attack. So yeah, that's still something. Okay, so what happens here? What cards will I commit in order to guard this onslaught? So he's gonna be committing a 15k shield. That's enough. So he's gonna be swinging for, this is gonna be 17, 22, 32. So yeah, this is 32. This is gonna be 14, 24, 30k. So yeah, those are still big numbers, not gonna lie. And without the defensive, I might have actually lost. But yeah, let's see what happens in this current situation. So looking at the board set, it's gonna be 4 to 5, I believe. Yeah, so it's gonna be 4 to 3, sorry, my bad. So 4 to 3, I'm gonna be guarding for 15k shield. That heal is only a 15k shield at this point. Checking another defensive and then passing the turn on to me. Drive and then riding again onto Teary Vest, getting an Axle 2, drawing a card. Let's see, calling down Golden Beast Tamer. Let's do the shenanigans. And then CB1 putting 2 cards from hand to soul using Teary Vest's skill, calling out Amusing Bunny. Okay, I'm gonna be not putting the Amusing Bunny just yet because I need more units on the board after this call. So let's see, we're gonna be calling down 2. Okay, gonna be calling out a Midnight Bunny and an Amusing Bunny on the board. Okay, right? Is that the play? Okay, let's see. We're gonna be thinking of what to do here. I do have 1 Jill in the soul at the moment, so yeah. So that's what do you call it? That's a very important combo piece at the moment, because too bad I don't have 2, because I would prefer to have 2 Jills in the soul whenever I use my GBT turn, because that's the perfect combo to reset columns and just maximize your numbers every time you attack without really just holding back, because sometimes you need to not boost in order to maximize the last attack, but sometimes but with Jill you are able to just boost and just reset it every time. So yeah, we're gonna be calling out a Masquerade Bunny from Soul and an Amaranth Beast Tamer, and calling out an Amusing Bunny on the other side. Let's see what happens here. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving plus 5k. So I have how many bunnies? I have 1 2 3 4 5 plus plus 3k plus 3k from our golden beast tamer. So it's gonna be plus 8k to the front row. This is gonna be 16 26. Kind of a bad number. If I had just one more, that would have sealed the deal for another 27. That could be a good number overall. So yeah, that was a 15k shield. And let's see the next attacks that we'll do. We're gonna be swinging for 12 plus 8, so this is gonna be 20k still. So just 20k, another 10k shield, and he's still at 4 damage. And let's see what happens here. So he'll be guarding for 10. Okay, so we're just gonna be swinging now for Amusing Bunny, moving to the Soul Hour Amaranth Beast Tamer to reset that, and then we're gonna be swinging for 16k. So yeah, 16k is gonna be guarding that, swinging to Reves just for an honest 20k to the Vanguard Twin Drive. So he's gonna be taking that, I suppose. Let's see. He only has 1 card in hand, 1 intercept, and 4 damage. I'm afraid he has to take one of these anytime soon. So let's see what he decides on doing. Okay, let's see. Board state, both at 4. This is gonna be 2 to pass, 20k shield. Okay, first check a crit. Let's see. I'm not really a Chad, so I'm gonna give everything to our Golden Beast Tamer with a 2 crit. So it's still a Vanguard pressure, using that skill of the Golden Beast Tamer finally to give plus, I don't know, so to put 1 card from hand to soul. That's another bunny. Thankfully, it's gonna be 9k now to the front row, calling out 2 more cards from soul. Okay, so it's gonna be calling down a Jill, which is the best target right here, and still have an Excel circle, calling down a what you call it, a Masquerade Bunny. And let's see what happens here. It's gonna be using the skill of Jill to reset it, and then calling out what? Do I have another Masquerade Bunny? Okay, calling it down. I'm just gonna call out a Reves at this point, because I can call any card from soul. So I'm gonna calling out the Reves to make a good magic number. So this is gonna be 27 plus 9, 27 plus 36. Yeah, this is 36. It's still a bad number. I need 1 more. So he's gonna be taking that first check something, second check something. So we're gonna be checking 2 damage. Is that a heal? No, it is not. And that's all she wrote. So we are gonna be taking this game, and that was a very fun match. It was challenging, but nonetheless, it was very, very impressive to see both play out so well. And yeah, that was the game, and see you guys next time.